Talk about holiday cheer. I just want to give a shout out to this insanely good looking LVB crew. Jen, Ozzy, we are in the holiday spirit. Christmas is just a couple of days away, everybody. So we have the second half of our La Vida Baseball awards to give out. We've got 6 awards, a ton of nominees. We're going to get right to it. But before, we want to talk a little Christmas holiday. What is your favorite Christmas memory, you guys?
Ooh, good question. Favorite Christmas memory? I'm going to say it's going to be this year for me because I have all my family, right? And we're all healthy, and those who had COVID are recovering and have recovered. Not 100%, but they're healthy and they're alive. And so I'm very thankful and grateful for that.
Absolutely. Ozzy, favorite Christmas memory?
As an adult, I would say my first Christmas with my daughter. That was a special one. It was completely different, and it brought me back to my childhood and my whole family obsessed with her in her first year. As a kid, the Christmas where I received my Ferrari Testarossa red drivable car. There was a line down the street in Venezuela for people to want to ride with me. It was awesome. It was all the attention in the world.
So like, how old were you?
I was maybe like 5 years old, 6 years old.
Listen, I used to love, who didn't love those driving cars? I mean, oh my goodness. You think like you're so cool and you're like, yeah. I remember I used to drive like laid back.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big one. But you know what? I have great memories in Christmas. For me, we always spend it in the beach around our family and friends. And it was a one time of the year where everyone is together from all over. So I think it's a memory that, and the Guillans dress a lot alike in Christmas because we did not like taking family pictures and wearing the same clothes. So my mom would say Christmas, New Year's, we'll all dress alike. We'll do pictures. So every year's got a theme. So it's fun though. It's about being a dad. It's I like the whole excitement about Santa and he's coming, and it's just a fun time to be happy.
Ozzy, is Christmas different in Venezuela than it is here in the U.S. when you celebrate?
Well, a lot more partying. You know, my first 24th year when everyone's super chill, usually go to church and it's like watching movies and like lay back. I might have had issues with that when I was in my 20s. For us, the 24th is a big party. You take it all the way to midnight, and then you know, the gifts come, and you're allowed to open a couple of them. And then the 25th, adults are usually sleeping off their hangovers, and kids are mad that they have to figure out their toys themselves. But for us, I keep both traditions now. The 25th in the day, but the 24th still a big dinner, celebrating you know, Christmas and coming in and being with family. So it's kind of like for the Americans, it's kind of like a Thanksgiving in red, I like to call it.
Oh, I like that. Jen, what about in the Dominican? In the DR, do you celebrate with family?
Way more partying, just like in Venezuela. We get the pernil ready, of course. And yeah, you're always with family. I mean, family is probably the number one thing, but there's always a party. And Christmas starts early in the DR. Christmas starts when Thanksgiving starts here. That's when people are putting up their trees. I mean, everybody's got decorations outside. I remember one year I was in DR during Christmas time, and there was a Coca-Cola bus, I think, driving around with Christmas carols, but like Christmas carols merengue style, and lights, and so like there's always a party, there's always a reason to celebrate down in the DR, and that's the one thing that I think that we all kind of bring with our culture here to the States. And this Santa Claus picture, one thing I'll say is I never missed a picture with Santa. I was definitely a diehard Santa Claus fan.
That looks like a very good Santa. That guy was Santa 24/7.
Right. He was living it. He was method acting. He was all about it. He would actually go back to the
except this one. This one is from my first Santa picture, and
Santa looking none impressed too. He's just like, is my shift over?
Exactly.
Well, you look adorable, Jen. For me personally, back when I was living in New York, I used to always go out to visit some of my Puerto Rican family, and we used to have the pernil. And then, of course, we had the coquito, which was so good. And I know that certain people have very strong feelings about coquito, but I am a fan, and only if it's homemade, though. None of the pre-made stuff. So
as long as it's not too strong.
Speak for yourself, Jen.
Girl, some of that was like, woo.
But that gets us in the spirit of Christmas. And what better way to get the spirit of Christmas than talking about our La Vida Baseball awards? So, Ozzy, you talked about getting a hot car. Let's talk about the hottest wheels. Can we give an award for the hottest wheels? You know, baseball players and their whips are just, inseparable. Guys roll into spring training, sporting some cool stuff, especially down in Florida, because they have all the style. So let's show some photos of our 3 nominees. Here we have John Jay, the Federalist, AKA, with his souped up and ever so fun and relaxing bicycle. Look at that ride. And then we have Jean Segura with a little more expensive taste in a ridiculous sports car. I'm personally a fan of the sports cars. I love it. And we finish with Pedro Strop just cruising in the Dominican on his moped. 3 incredible different styles, very variant here. Jen, who's your pick? Who's your favorite?
I know it's going to sound crazy, but John Jay, I dig the bicycle. I mean, obviously I love the sports cars, but this was just like to see that bike. I'm like, hey, I kind of want to buy that. Maybe I want to ride it. It just looks so cool. And the attention to detail to the bicycle. People are really big into cycling now. Baseball players are. So I don't know. I like it. And it matches his sneakers, I just realized. So
I mean, if Miami Vice was a bicycle,
yes,
this is what it would be. Ozzy, do you have a favorite?
I'm surprised John Jay's doesn't have training wheels in the back. With that look.
Oh. Do you have some strong opinions about that?
I'm just saying though, it's a cute bike. You know what? I am going with the moped because I want to be in Pedro Strop's moped gang. It's actually one on my bucket list. If you own a moped, I would have my other friends have mopeds and cruise through the DR. That looks like so much fun and awesome. And even though Jean Segura's car is amazing and it looks beautiful, there's nothing more uncomfortable than driving a Lambo. If you are a regular sized man and you try to drive a Lambo, it is very uncomfortable. And you have to be a Lambo driver because it's not your regular type of car. So I'll go with the moped.
I love that. That was a very thorough analysis of the
And then I'm a fan of John Jay's bicycle.
All right. Well, I have the envelope right here. Let's see who has the hottest wheels. And that goes to John Jay and his Miami Vice bicycle. I love, the color scheme. Yes. Round of applause.
Is it?
Congratulations.
I wish that it was a cross training bicycle. It looks like a cruiser.
Yeah, but he's in Miami. He's in Miami.
Yeah.
What are you going to be?
You're a professional athlete. You can't be driving a cruiser.
Oh, come on.
Leave it for retirement.
You a hater.
I am.
I love a good cruiser, man.
But I'll give it though. That is awesome though that his shoes match the bike. My question to John Jay is, did the bike, what was first, the bike or the shoes? What got the colors from what?
Yeah, we'll ask him. We will definitely ask him. But congratulations to John Jay.
Congrats.
Yes. All right. And moving on, let's get into the best social videos from our baseball community over the past year, because we are all about our community and user-generated content, and we love the most share-worthy post of the year. So that is the award. Let's check out some of our nominees. So an incredible El Mago Javi Baez impersonation of how relaxed Javi is at second base with his swipe tags. And of course, we need some election humor because it's 2020 and the election had us all riled up. So we've got some election humor here. I mean, has Nevada, have they finished the count? I think they have.
Yeah, I think they did. Right?
I think they have. Hopefully they have.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know anybody in Nevada, but hopefully they finished. What were they doing? And then our third nominee is what I like to call the new spin the bottle game. Now, of course, spin the bottle, really dangerous during COVID. This one has a new take. So, do you guys have a favorite?
So between the spin the bottle and the Nevada voting election humor video, when I first saw that, I mean, I was dying. Really, I think we all needed kind of that sense of humor during that time. It was the funniest take on it. I mean, it was like pinpoint exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
At that time. But the spin the bottle, I was like, oh, this is new take on playing spin the bottle, and I think they all have fun doing it. I saw a bunch of those challenges. I thought it was fun, and they're basically being hit with eggs.
Oh my gosh! Well, that the voting, the election thing is what memes are made of. Ozzy, do you have a favorite one?
I do. I love the spin the bottle. I've never played it with the eggs, but I grew up playing that exact game. And your accuracy and your throwing, I think that's where I learned how to throw. I love, this is probably one of my favorite categories because it really shows the love for the game, and people just uploading their home videos and anything with kids. That one was hilarious, the recreation of it. But I will have to go spin the bottle because I had never seen it in an actual video. I've only experienced it in life. So I'm glad that it's played everywhere. And I hope kids here on this side of the world play this game. It's really cool. You can use tennis balls and it'll definitely make your throwing and your accuracy a lot better and your speed.
Okay.
And then when you're finished, you can get some of that Presidente that's in the bottle if there's any left.
Yes. If you're of age, of course.
If you're of age.
Okay, here we go. Here's the envelope. Let's find the most share-worthy post of the year goes to the new Spin the Bottle game. COVID safe because there's no kissing. Congratulations to all of those guys. And I think we should have a La Vida Baseball, some team effort here and maybe recreate that whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah, when we were all back to being able to be together, that'd be great.
Oh my gosh, I miss you guys. It's so true. Okay, and then moving on. One of my favorite things about baseball, hands down, is the bat flip, right? We're always sort of giving players props and also a point of contention. Some people have strong feelings about the bat flip and whether it belongs in baseball. I'm personally a big fan of it, right? But we're going to give an award for the best backyard bat flip. So we're not talking about the pros. We're talking about those who are, just creating some bat flip drama in their backyards. Perfect for the time of COVID. Okay, so the pros are obviously, they're going to up your average Joes, but let's see what they can do. First up, a true father-son moment. This might actually be his first bat flip. I don't know, we may have captured. And next up, a little different in the reaction. Here's a wife pitching to her husband. And I guess he didn't read that chapter about happy wife, happy life. Watch this. Not a good idea to do, especially when your wife is one who played college softball in Texas, because she will get her revenge. Fear not. And up next, playing ball in the house. Usually a no-no. Personally, when my little Kingston plays baseball in the house, I cringe and I count the things that he will probably break. But I'm sure his wife was happy with this karma lesson, and the kid clearly loved the contact. So, 3 awesome videos. Do you guys have a favorite? Who's your pick?
This was a really hard because I think they're also fun. I think the father-son moment is so special because the kid flips him. He's like cheering for him. I love the dad talking smack to the kid that took him deep. The kid's probably been trying forever. But the one that's very unique and doesn't happen often is the husband and wife taking each other deep. That she can hit. And then she must have been a hitter and a pitcher because her swing was right on point and definitely took him deep. So probably a first rounder coming out of that couple.
And that bat flip, her bat flip was more like, that was Jose Bautista-esque. It was throw. It was like, bam, are you really going to do this to me? Here you go.
I think they trust each other. You know why? Because that distance, they're in a garage. Mm-hmm. I would have been scared if she hit it up the middle.
Ooh, you're right.
Because there's nowhere for that ball to go.
Yeah, there's nowhere.
There's nowhere for that bat to go.
Yeah. So I'll go with the husband and wife bat flipping.
Okay. Well, here we go, and the winner. It's unanimous. Best backyard bat flip goes to Don't Bat Flip Your Wife ever. Ever. To quote one of my favorites.
If your wife throws the way that this wife throws, you can bat flip whatever you want. That was trust me, if I get a hold of that, the husband, he's a little weaker, but her pitching, that's legit.
That is legit for sure. All right. Well, moving on. Here at La Vida Baseball, we are all about the fan experience, so it's only natural to have a Best Fan Submission Video Award. So we asked you to send in your best, and you definitely delivered. So here are our nominees. At number 1, I never get tired of videos from Vinny Pots and Pans. If you are not following him, this kid is a future first rounder. I mean, this is like if you reround the clock on Mike Trout. I don't know. And that's a tall claim, but this kid is incredible.
Yeah.
If you're not following him, give him a follow. Check it out. Vinny Pots and Pans. Here he is with El Mago hair and swing. He's just incredible. Our second nominee is none other than Baseball Ashley Lynn 77, showing that it doesn't matter if she's facing a righty or a lefty. She has the pitching arm to take on both. So good luck in that little league. And third is a young Pudge doing catching drills in Puerto Rico. So this is so Pudge that Pudge even liked this post and then commented on the video. I don't know. I know my vote. Jen, who's got your vote?
So this was tough because I do love Vinny Pots and Pans. I mean, I get a kick out of his videos. His swing is one of the nicest swings I've seen. I mean, he goes all the way around. It's a really nice
The
swing.
follow through is incredible.
Yes, the follow through is incredible. But then Baseball Ashley, like her posts, they're always good.
Mhm.
And she kicks butt. And she doesn't kick butt because she's a girl, she just kicks butt, you know? And I love the representation. She not only pitches, but she's also got a great swing on her as well. I love Baseball Ashley.
I mean, how many ambidextrous pitchers are there, Ozzy?
Not many, and especially not many at that age. That's why I will go with Ashley, because that was extremely impressive. She's born with the ability to throw with two hands, and she's doing it. So I think all great videos. I think that they're all probably going to be really, really good players in their teenage years and probably help out their high school. And hopefully they keep developing. But this one was the most impressive out of all of them. You know, I've seen kids do catching drills. I've seen kids hit off a tee. Not very often do you see kids throw both hands and look this well at doing it. She must be practicing a lot, and motion is very solid from both sides of the mound. So this is I don't know how she started doing this, but this is definitely awesome and something to keep following, because this is actually very impressive.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you got to keep up with these kids. Follow them now, because a few years from now might be something to reckon with. Okay, well, here is the envelope. And the winner is the righty and the lefty, Ashley Lynn 77. Congratulations. That is pure dominance, my friends. But give her a follow at Ashley Lynn 77 and, of course, Vinny Pots and Pans to keep up with these young phenoms and see what they're able to do. All right, moving on now. Can you believe we're halfway through? We're halfway through our La Vida Baseball Awards. So
are we?
Gifts for everyone.
Gifts for everybody. Like, everybody's a winner. Everybody's a winner. So what's the best part about social media? I mean, it's basically that, of course, everybody has a voice. Everybody has an opinion, and they're able to scream it into the void, and the void yells back. So let's get to the nominees of our Tweet of the Year. Our first nominee is Randy Wilkins, a film director and a huge baseball fan who can be found at Pam's Son. Randy didn't have one tweet. No, in fact, he had 16, a tweet thread, a tome, if you will, on social justice and baseball. It was all from the heart. Our second nominee was a new Twitter follow for 2020. If you're not following these guys, Twitter follow alert. Follow the Asterix tour. These guys were basically built to troll the Astros. They were really hoping to have fans in the stands this year so that they would have fan gatherings and they would have meetups and they would have these guys taunt and tease the Astros. But of course, that just wasn't meant to be. But they absolutely killed it on social media, coming out with some very, very funny memes. And they came up with a tweet on Halloween and the visuals to back it up. The Astros are officially the Halloween costume of the year. Can't get enough of the costumes. Your haters gonna hate. What are you gonna do? And last up is Allie Brooke, who can be found at Ally Brooke. She is an American singer of Mexican descent, and she tweeted out after probably the greatest moment of the year before the pandemic hit. And it seems not that long ago, but will never be forgotten. The J-Lo Shakira pure domination of the Super Bowl halftime show. You guys, doesn't that seem like forever ago?
Forever ago. Like people were together in a stadium. What?
J-Lo was on the pole. Shakira was like, doing like a Lebanese call. I mean, it was amazing. So she says, quote, "This is what history looks like. This is what inspiration looks like. This is what Latina looks like." Boom.
I don't
she
look
nailed
like
it.
that, but I wish I did.
Listen.
No, I love it. I mean, that was one of my favorite moments for sure.
All right. Well, let's see who gets the award. And the award goes to Randy Wilkins at Pam's son for keeping it real. He is an absolute must follow.
Yes, he is. I mean, shout out to Randy. That Twitter thread, when I first read it, I mean, I remember just going through and I was like, oh my God, this is so relatable. Oh my God, he's so on point. And it led to him getting an interview in The Athletic and a couple of other interviews. We had him here on La Vida Baseball, and he continues to discuss. And he's a great follow if you're a baseball fan. He's also a great director if you want to follow him for his content as well. So congratulations to Randy Wilkins, Pam's son.
Gotta be a proud mom moment when your son puts your name in the Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Randy.
Also
Okay,
hard
yes.
because that's a big responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to do right by mom. All right, moving on to our very last award of our La Vida Baseball Awards. Here we go. The final award for the 2020 award season is the big one. It is the must follow MLBer on social media. And we have 3 absolute no-brainers that if you aren't following them right now, you are definitely missing out. So we're going to help you get through your day with these guys. Here are our nominees. Up first, a man that shows us his whole life, no matter what he is cooking or dancing or working out or even horseback riding. Johnny Cueto documents absolutely everything. And listen, we are all the better for it because everything he does looks like so much fun. The food he makes looks so incredibly good. And he is just the definition of following your interests, as Twitter says, and what Instagram is all about. So up next, a man who has done the biggest 180 from disliked on the field to beloved on social media. It also doesn't hurt that his girlfriend is J-Lo. Wait till you are over 50 and you say that your girlfriend is like J-Lo. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Anyway, A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, has nothing but a good time. It's wonderful to see him living his best life in Miami with J-Lo and their mixed family together. Just really incredible. And congratulations to everything that he has been able to accomplish in his post-baseball career. And our last nominee is a man who just enjoys life and wants to share it with absolutely everybody he possibly can. If you want to smile, just go follow Carlos Gomez at Real Carlos Gomez. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Gosh, it's like the best actor, actress category. I love it. Jen, who's your pick? Who's the best MLBer to follow?
Oh gosh, this one's really hard. But if we can go to this Carlos clip and hear the sound, because it is hilarious. Our technical director, can you do that?
I have the same slippers.
So I love all of these for different reasons. Alex, because he did a 180. And for someone who was so private while he played, he is now very public and in a very good way. And I love it. And of course, I am a diehard J-Lo fan, so I love anything J-Lo. And then you've got Carlos Gomez, who is just so much fun to watch, cycling, pranking people and living his best life. But then you got Johnny Cueto, and Johnny has everything. Like, you've got the workouts, you've got the cooking, you've got him riding horses, you've got him fishing, he's in waterfalls, he does everything. He does everything, and he shows us all of it, and I love it.
I mean, like, I want to be next to him in all of his pictures, in my likeness, into all of his pictures. I'd be very happy, whether it's the horse or cooking or deep sea
The
fishing.
modeling, I call
Ozzy-
him a GQ model. I mean, he does it all.
You know what? I wish that Edwin Encarnacion would post a lot like Johnny Cueto, because Johnny Cueto was a player that we thought we knew. We had no idea. We had no idea. Johnny Cueto's, my favorite post for him is the fried chicken challenge, where he says, I'll eat these 3 chickens. And he literally sits there and devours fried chicken for the next like 20 minutes. Very impressive. Carlos Gomez is not surprisingly hilarious because he's being himself. A-Rod, great post, but he has a whole team behind him. They're probably having meetings about what are we going to post next. So he's not being natural.
You're saying it's too curated. His content's too curated.
He's got a whole team.
But it's a big change from how he was.
Johnny Cueto is literally, someone said, here, man, have this phone and become the most interesting man in the Republic Dominicana. Baseball players are constantly writing on his wall, ask him what he's doing, what's going on. And he's become like this. It's like if Bartolo would have been given Twitter while he was playing or Instagram. Johnny has it. Johnny is literally showing, and he's become a household name. There's people that know him, not because of his pitching, but the cool guy on social media. So Johnny Cueto, when the builders of Instagram were building Instagram, they were like, this is for people like Johnny Cueto.
He posted a beat of his own drum.
Here is
And I do
the
follow
envelope.
him. I do follow him.
You do follow, well.
I don't follow a lot of people, especially in baseball. You gotta bring it. And Johnny brings it.
Well, he just brought it here to our La Vida Baseball Awards because Johnny Cueto is our winner of Best MLBer to Follow. He lives his best life and we all have a front seat. So how lucky are we to enjoy it? If you're not following Johnny Cueto, please do yourself a favor and follow the man. Well, that is going to do it for our 2020 La Vida Baseball Awards. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back on December 28th, with our New Year's show. We're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions and, of course, the 2020 year in review. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Feliz Navidad, everybody.
Feliz Navidad.